Good morning, bears. How are you guys? So listen, I think like a week ago or something I posted a picture on Instagram, a picture of bread that I recently made. And in times like that, it's very hard to get bread and it sucks going to the store all the time. So I'm actually a good chef. Yay me. So Mikey actually eats very well. I make our own bread, my own bread. I cook a lot of different things. I love cooking from scratch. That's why we're bigger than normal couple should be. Well, listen, good food makes you fat. What you gonna do? So today I'm coming to you guys with a recipe of, I think this is with the recipe of one of the best and easiest breads you can ever make. This recipe is basically bulletproof, idiot proof, and any kind of proof. Anyone out there can make this bread and it will be great. This recipe is the flavor of this bread is going to be like a sourdough bread, but it's a faux sourdough. There's no sourdough in it. The taste of it is going to be like a sourdough bread, but it has zero wild yeast in it. It's a very simple recipe. Anyone can make it, and let me tell you, it will taste great. I actually ran out of bread right now, so I have to make make a new batch. I always make two different, not two different, but I always make two breads. This batch is actually two breads. The only thing is I use a bigger baking pan, so that's why I make a double recipe for each pan. So if you guys, you know, don't eat that much bread, I would still suggest it to make it and freeze it, because even if you freeze this bread, it's still gonna be great and you're gonna enjoy it. So let's get to it. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna need? First thing you will need is water. Water, it's about 4 cups, 4 1/3 of a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of yeast. You also will need apple cider vinegar. You will also need any kind of flour. It can be a bread flour. It can be any kind of flour that you have. You can do white flour. You will need salt, and you will need oats. And if you have a Thermomix, which I do, this is a Thermomix, it's a great tool to use. If you don't, what you will need a small like a pan or something that you can put it on the stove and make and warm the water, because the key to this recipe is that you need to warm your water with yeast and sugar. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put entire 4 1/3 of a cup of water into a pan, and you're gonna warm it up to 37 degrees Fahrenheit, not higher than this, because it will kill your yeast. But it's very important, the entire cup, the entire container of water, you gotta put it in a pan, warm it up to 37 degrees with yeast and with 1 spoon of sugar. So let's get to it. I'm gonna use my Thermomix. It's way easier to do. So let's do that. Let me get the water. Let me put you somewhere so that you guys can see. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn on the Thermomix. In your case, if you don't have one, you're gonna have to get a small pan that it will accommodate 4 1/3 of a cup of water. So I'm gonna put this in my Thermomix. Okay. I'm gonna grab a tablespoon. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons, of instant yeast. Okay. I'm also gonna grab 1 tablespoon of sugar. That's it. It usually takes me 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes to warm this batch up. So 2.5 minutes. And I was wrong. It was 37 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So 37 degrees Celsius. Alexa, 37 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit.
37 degrees Celsius is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so you're gonna warm it up your water to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, I'm Polish. I always make everything in Polish way. I use Polish everything. Oops. So you're gonna warm up your water to 100 degrees, okay? So we have everything in the Thermomix. Okay, 37 degrees, speed 3, and we're gonna leave this. Meanwhile, what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab yourself a baking pan. So these ones are the ones that I use. If you guys want and you want to divide this recipe in two, you can get, look at this size difference. So this pan is double. The one that I'm using is a double of a regular small bread pan. So if you want it, instead of using a bigger pan, you can use two different small pans and divide the batter into two. But in my case, I'm using the large one. Okay guys, so my water is warm. So now another step. It's extremely important that you have a scale. Without a scale, that's not going to work. So what you're gonna do, my Thermomix has a scale built in, so if I press in here, I actually can weigh my ingredients. So what we will need right now is, we're gonna weigh 1,000 grams of flour. Okay, I'm sorry I'm doing this in grams, but it's very easy if you guys just go ahead on Google and you just, you know, change it to cups. But I'm Polish, so do it in grams. Sorry. So what we're doing, we're gonna get 1,000 grams of any kind of flour. Excellent. Next step, you're gonna grab your oats and you're gonna pour 1.5 cup of oats. Okay. 1.5 cup of oats. You're gonna do a tablespoon of salt. These are dry ingredients. You're gonna take this off of the scale. I'm gonna move you to a different station. So as you guys know, this is the warm water that I warmed up in my Thermomix. Okay. I'm gonna grab a spatula and I'm gonna grab my 1/4 of a cup of vinegar right here. I'm gonna put it in. So here is my dry ingredients and here is my yeast with water. I'm gonna simply put it in. Okay, put your 1/4 cup of vinegar and you just stir it. And if you like seeds like pine nuts, sunflower seeds, any kind of different seeds, you can also put this into this bread. You can replace the oats with seeds, basic. So as you guys see, all I did, I went in, and this, I was just stirring it. So now what you're gonna do, you're gonna leave this for 20 minutes, okay? This will sit and it will proof for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, as this is proofing, what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab butter. You're gonna go grab butter. You can grab lard, or you can do bacon fat, like rendered bacon fat or any kind of fat, because what we have to do, you see 2 pans because I always do 2 portions, 4 portions altogether because I always freeze the bread. So I do double portion for 1 pan and double portion for 1 pan. The portion that I'm giving you, it's a double portion. Just to remind you, it's a double portion. So I always make 4 portions because I freeze all that bread. Because in my opinion, wasting your electricity if you have electric stove or wasting gas is not good. So I'd rather to make more and just keep it in my freezer instead of constantly making it and wasting energy or resources. So I just do more. So I have butter, and you're gonna need breadcrumbs. Okay, I'm gonna grab breadcrumbs, and what we're going to be doing, okay, with your butter, you're gonna put butter all over this pan, okay? Gonna rub it in everywhere. It's very important because the bread will stick if you don't do this. It will stick to your pan, okay? So make sure you rub it well, okay? Once you finish rubbing, you're gonna take your breadcrumbs, okay? And we're gonna coat the butter with your breadcrumbs. Yeah, you will make mess like I do. That's life. Okay, and the excess, I'll put it back. Okay, so here's your pan. Okay, you put this away, and like I said, you wait 20 minutes until this dough is proofed. Okay. Hey lovelies, it's been 20 minutes. It's time to move the dough into the pan. So that's how the dough looks like. But before we put this dough inside the pan, there's one important step that needs to be done. So basically, this has a lot of gas, okay? So we have to degas it. I can't say that word, I'm Polish. Okay, so you gotta get rid of the gas. So what you're gonna do, okay? Let me get you in here. Get you in here. You're just gonna simply do this. So the gas can be broken and let go out of this dough, okay? That's all you do, literally, okay? After that, after you've done this, you just pour this dough into the pan. Simple. Look at this, guys. This is crazy simple. Okay. Okay, almost done. Beautiful. And there's one last thing. You gotta make sure that you make it even everywhere. Okay, make it even. Okay, and now you're gonna leave this to rise for another hour. It just has to, you know, double in size a little bit, and you're gonna be almost ready to bake this. So it's easy. 20 minutes before we did this, we just let it rise for 20 minutes. We degassed degassed. Like we let go of the gas. What's wrong? We just got rid of the gas. We put it in there in the pan, and now we're gonna leave it rising for an hour. And before we're gonna put it in the oven, we're gonna have to put a little bit of water on the top of this dough, because when you put the water, the dough, the top is gonna get crispier. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be doing, but for now, let it rise for another hour. Okay, lovies, it's been 1 hour. The bread has been growing nicely. So we're ready to bake. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set our oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna bake the bread in 500 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. And after that, you're gonna lower the temperature to 445, and you're gonna bake it for 45 minutes. But every single oven is different. So I have an electric oven, okay? My oven, to bake my bread, it takes an hour full. So 15 minutes on 500 degrees and 45 minutes on 445. You gotta check your bread after 30 minutes of baking in the 445 degrees temperature, because like I said, every oven is different. So let's go ahead and set the oven to 500. Beautiful. And now we're gonna go ahead and put water on this puppy. So like I mentioned before, we gotta put some water on it, and I tell you why. We put water on this because if we do that, the skin is gonna get crispier. So you can do it with the spoon, but many times I just go ahead and I do it gently with my fingers. Okay. Gently. And we can go ahead and make sure to move the dough off the edge, so that when we bake it, it's not gonna start spilling all over our oven, because sometimes this happens. So I always try to raise the sides just a little bit so that it doesn't spill, okay? I could have started the oven like half an hour into the dough proofing, but I forgot. Oops. But it's very simple, as you guys see. Once I put it in the oven and once it's done, I will show you the final result, and let me tell you, it's amazing. Okay guys, it's time. It's been 1 hour and the bread is ready. So let me show you how this looks. Yum! So we're gonna turn off the oven, and we're gonna get the bread out of the oven, guys. One and two. Close it. Look at this. Can you see this beauty? So, very important step. Once you get this out of the oven, we gotta put it on a like a cookie rack, something like this, because we want to keep the bread crispy. Bread out. Bam. Gonna flip it around. Okay, and we're gonna let it cool. Let me do the second one as well. Got stuck in one spot again. Jeez. let's flip it around as well. So as you guys see, that's how it looks. Look at this. I don't know if you can hear it. It's crispy, okay? It's really, really crispy. So as soon as it is cooled and ready to be cut, I will guys show you how it looks. And Mr. Bear is there. Are you waiting?
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm stoked. It smells so good.
How good is my bread?
It's very good. It's delicious. With the butter. You can eat it all day.
Yes, that's why we're fat. That's why we're fat, because we eat the bread. But if you guys want to make it, it's very simple, like I showed you the recipe. And stay with me for a few more minutes. As soon as it's, you know, nice and cool, I will cut it up and I will show you. So I hope you're gonna make it. You gotta subscribe to us, because we're not only about the bread, but we're also about doing different things. And go back and watch our previous videos. We actually are in a transition of moving from Connecticut to Texas to our 26 acres, where we're gonna be building our own home.
And looking for water.
And looking for water. You wanna see? You know what? No, we're gonna show you that in the next video. We have something funny that we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be searching for water on our land, and we're actually going to Texas in about a month. So we can't wait. That's when you're gonna get more videos. And for now, you just gotta stick with my bread baking
and bagels.
And bagels. I haven't made bagels.
Oh, you gotta make bagels.
I gotta make bagels too.
I gotta get jalapenos. You can put jalapenos in and make jalapeno bagels.
Yeah.
Which I might do next time.
But let me tell you. Yum. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you in a sec. Well, hello, bears. It's time. Let's cut this bad boy up, and let's see how it looks inside. Honey, down. There you go. And there it is. Okay, look at this. Who made this yummy bread? Me. But you can make it too. So that's why can't you be a good cameraman?
Because I can't see, because you're looking at it, not me. There you go.
Okay, so I made it, you can make it too. Look at the insides. That bread is awesome, and you saw it, guys. It was extremely simple to make. It's so nice. You can see oats in here and everything. So all I can say, go ahead and make your own. Make sure that you tag me on Instagram, or you know, maybe post a video on YouTube how you made your own, and good luck. I want to see all your adventures with baking my amazing bread. And make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Thank you. Bye.